Hi, folks. This is Jim Winia from the product management team at Dell Technologies, the networking team. I'm excited to be here today to talk about some trends and new product announcements. Today, we're going to focus on our brief time together, some changes in the industry as they shift more handily up to 100 gig / 400 gig deployments. We're going to talk a little bit about a new platform, the S5448F, and introduce it, help it address some of those shifts. And then a little bit of discussion about automation tools and best practices used to assist as we move to bigger environments. So the ESG research group noted in the pandemic has accelerated their transformation initiatives. The primary goal of this transformation is to become more operationally efficient. Modern environments are more complex and organizations need solutions to help them overcome that complexity. The next goal is all about enabling work from home in hybrid environments, ensuring remote workers have access to the applications they need to collaborate and be productive. And let's face it, hands up, how many people are doing a lot more working from home? I know I sure have, and I think everybody has basically. And then third is the goal is how do you ensure all of these increased demands upon the data center network don't negatively impact the customer experience. So the recent study by ESG Group also has shown that 3 out of 4 of the respondents are stating that the IT environment is either more complex or significantly more complex than it was just 2 years ago. And the top drivers of this complexity include, the increase in remote workers, of course, the joy of pandemic responses, the mandates that come with that, security and privacy regulations, and the data center network is definitely seeing higher data volumes with all the remote workers. So let's spend a minute or two and look at how we can position ourselves, take a closer look at how do we prepare our data centers for network infrastructure to help address these challenges. First is scalability, of course. Is your data center network rigid, or is it an architecture for scale that can scale forward with future needs, quickly? Is it closed or based on open APIs so that you can quickly take advantage of new technologies and applications? And then does it adopt innovation in a timely manner, or is there so much forklift work needed to get in there that it hampers you? The second is agility, which ties into that as well. Is your current data center network tied to one monolithic networking hardware software solution that is proprietary, or is it open-based? Does it require forklift upgrades, or can you benefit from open architecture solutions? And then does it use proprietary tools or applications, or is it open? Can you take advantage of the enormous number of open source solutions as they become available? And then thirdly, simplicity. Is your current data center network manually intensive to design, deploy, and manage, or does it use automation? Does it require specialized staff to manage it, or does it accommodate management across servers, storage, and networking platforms? First, let's take a look at how to increase scalability. So scalability with Dell Technologies can help increase the scalability with cloud-inspired solutions. You can benefit by leveraging real-world testing software for open networking in the Cloud OS, also called Sonic, originally developed and hardened by Microsoft for hyperscale, massive cloud environments. Last year, we announced our enterprise Sonic distribution powered by the Dell Technologies that combines the innovation of Sonic with the trusted, Dell Technologies expertise in enterprise networking and our global support and services organization. Our commercialized Sonic distribution helps you to control complexity by moving toward a network OS that is containerized and automated using standard-based APIs. Our Sonic distribution also helps you to actively provide better outcomes for data center networking solutions by easily integrating the latest open source and virtualization innovations. So here's our latest networking operating system offering, the Enterprise Sonic distribution by Dell Technologies. Targeted at tier 2 web providers and very large enterprise organizations, this NOS incorporates the open source innovation of software for open networking in the cloud with the reliability and backing of Dell Technologies' open networking expertise and global support and services. Dell has been the leading proponent of open networking over the last 3 years as it really became, actually 4 years, as it really became an interesting topic, an interesting phrase in the market, as companies have realized that there's more than just proprietary solutions out there. There's open source, there's third-party operating systems. Dell has embraced that and really made it plausible and a lot of deployments. So next is agility. Dell Technologies can help you ensure agility with disaggregated hardware and software choices. You can benefit from our open networking portfolio, whereby including the switch abstraction interface, the SI, standard across our PowerSwitch portfolio. You can choose from a selection of standards-based network operating systems. So this includes, of course, our Smart Fabric OS 10, our Enterprise Sonic distribution by Dell, and an ecosystem of third-party offerings as well. We also enable you with the cost-effective disaggregation of both hardware and from OS software, as well as components of the OS itself, by choosing from multiple open networking, switching, and edge solutions like SD-WAN. You can have confidence with the global support and services from a proven, trusted, and world-class vendor. So let me introduce the Dell EMC PowerSwitch portfolio briefly. On the left, far left of the slide here, you can see we have the Z series fabric switches, which serve as spine switches in a leaf spine data center fabric with port connectivity from 100 gig to 400 gig. Then we have the S series top of rack switches that connect up systems both within a rack and between racks with port connectivity from 10 gig up to 400 gig. Next, we have our MX series of modular networking modules for the MX7000 chassis that integrates servers, storage, and networking in a modular chassis. Extremely popular. Finally, we have our N series campus branch on the right of this picture. Switches with port connectivity from 1 gig to 10 gig and include features such as Power over Ethernet PoE. Customers have the choice of running our Enterprise Sonic distribution or Smart Fabric OS 10 on select Z and S series switches, and Smart Fabric OS 10 on our MX series blades. The Z, S, and MX products include our intelligent automation Smart Fabric technology. We'll talk about that later on. So a quick overview of the market. The below charts are from Dell'Oro reports, so thanks to them. As you'll notice, 100 gig is the largest segment in terms of growing demand for 100 gig, coming from both the Tor layer as well as the fabric layer. That is why we will continue to see steep growth of 100 gig shipments in 2022. And on the right slide, you can see that the service providers and large enterprise really are the largest growing segments, and they're going to be the biggest consumers of 100 gig. So the industry is seeing top-down adoption of speed, as the market is heading fast towards the 400 gig at the spine and super spine layers. Based on the cost economics, that 400 gig with breakout is cheaper than a 4x100 gig physical port usage. The lower layers are starting to see the transition from 25 gig with 100 gig at the leaf up to 100 gig at the Tor and 400 gig at the leaf. And so we're seeing that changing widely across the network today. Industry is at the transition period where 100 gig demand is coming from both Tor layer as well as the fabric layer. So in this transition process, okay, my sincere apologies for that. So in this transition process, the deployments actually need systems that can future-proof the investment, a platform with 100 gig native ports that can connect to 10, 25, 50, and 100 without breakouts, and as well as 400 gig uplinks ports that can also serve 200 to 100 connectivity will be extremely useful. So let's jump into the S5448. And which is a product that we are introducing to address this portion of the market. The S5448 has 48 ports of 100 gig native 100 gig, and 8 ports of 400 gig. A maximum of 72 logical breakout ports. The 100 gig ports use actually a 2x50 gig PAM4 technology and are also backward compatible with the whole SFP family. So 50 gig SFP, 25 gig SFP, 10 gig SFP, without need for any adapters or breakouts. This multi-rate platform supports a wide range of speeds ranging from 10 gig all the way up to the 400 gig. This platform is based on the Broadcom Trident 4 family. It is capable of 16 terabits per second, full duplex switching capacity. It comes with a much bigger packet buffers and larger route scales compared to our other 100 gig platforms. And it comes with a wide range of cable and optic support, including single mode, multi-mode, DAC, and AOC options, as you would expect. We'll also have the TAA models with the TPM-based secure boot available. And the platform comes with embedded timing features such as PDP, SyncE, and it aligns with our open networking strategy. This platform also comes with the ONI bootloader, making it extremely easy to load the operating system of your choice. So this switch is purpose-built to address multiple use cases. 100 gig, 10/25 gig NRZ connectivity or 50/100 PAM4 connectivity at the Tor layer to up to 100/400 gig connectivity at the fabric layer. It can serve as a Tor as well as a 100/400 gig leaf layer switch. So very, very versatile. This switch comes with OS 10 support. At RTS, Sonic support is immediately following in the roadmap, as well as third-party OS options as well. So extending on that slide, we talked about the 48x100 and 8x400 already. The 100 gig ports of the 5448 are based on the SFP56 DD form factor. This is not the QSFP28, which is a dominant 100 gig solution used today in the market. So it's important to call that out. This was done so that we have a much larger density of those physical ports. And we've got some noise on the line there.
What is this, the Daily Bark? What?
Maybe our
quiet. He's like,
What is the matter? Simon, no comments from the peanut gallery.
so sponsor, can we help mute our guest that's joined us?
yeah, guess what?
Hey!
I can't even hear anything,
Phyllis, can you hear us?
even without it.
Hi, Phyllis.
I don't hear. It says my speaker isn't working.
Oh my word.
Use a different speaker. I don't have a different speaker.
Well, this is an awkward situation, but I will keep going. So the SP56 technology has a compact form factor, as I'm calling out, but it does use PAM4 technology. So SP56 using PAM4 does not directly connect with the QSFP28, which is the most popular 100 gig out there today, without having a gearbox somewhere in the middle there. So the transceivers that are in play today actually have built-in transceivers, and so that we can have optimized connectivity between the two sides, as well as upshift or downshift to whatever speed needs to be used. So this is our first 100 gig switch with 400 gig uplinks. This switch will be positioned at the top end of our S-series portfolio and targeted to address the 100 gig Tor deployments, as well as the 100/400 gig leaf spine fabric deployments. So given the advanced feature set, we expect this switch to have initial traction primarily with cloud service providers, large enterprise data centers, and the like. Taking a quick look at the actual hardware itself, you have the front panel, the I/O side, and the rear panel, the PSU side. We have, as you can see, the 8 400 gig ports split evenly, 4 on the left, 4 on the right, and the 48 100 gig ports in the middle. And then up on the top of the front, we also have the micro USB, the reset button, status LED indicators, and on the rear we have the rest of the management type access, which would be the RJ45 Ethernet, the two 10 gig SFP plus ports, as well as the USB and the RJ45 console ports. So this slide reiterates some of the key features quickly. The benefits of the switch. The switch offers highest density 100 gig switch in a one U form factor, which offers optimum flexibility and cost effectiveness for demanding applications. So you don't need a lot of breakout cables like you do today with existing 400 gig switches. Switch supports multi-rate port capability. So on the 100 gig ports, 10, 25, 50 gig transceivers just plug right in and can be used. On the 400 gig ports, you have the full diversity of native 400, native 100, native 200, and as well as using breakouts, like anything from a 4x100 to 4x25 or 8x50 or 8x25 or 8x10. So a lot of flexibility built into those uplink ports. This switch, again, supports 16 terabits of switching capacity, full duplex. That's about 4 times the bandwidth of the S5448, which is kind of the closest competitor at this moment in our portfolio. And it delivers non-blocking line rate performance under full traffic load for packets above 364 bytes. And then the switch supports native Linux-based operating systems, so such as the Smart Fabric OS 10, now and Sonic in the roadmap, as we mentioned shortly after launch. These options not only offer the rich layer 2, layer 3, and QoS features, but also enable customers with the Linux-based environment to share the management, orchestration, and automation tools between server and network devices. This slide represents the positioning of the 5448 within our data center portfolio. You can see in terms of the performance, this 100/400 gig switch is positioned near the top of our S-series portfolio and even more powerful than the Z9264, which we ship today. And in terms of price, it'll be positioned lower than the 9264. With the 16 terabits of capacity, the price point of this switch is expected to be priced midway between the 6.4 terabit S5232 and the 25.6 terabit Z9432. So release-wise, target schedules now. December is go date for the Americas, our TAA product line as well in EMEA, and then APJ will follow shortly after, early Q1, and then the DC PSU version will also come early Q1 as well. So now let's take a quick look at the final pillar, simplicity, and how Dell Technologies can help you with the digital transformation. Dell Technologies can help build in simplicity by integrating automation. And we've done some amazing groundwork here. Our portfolio enables you to use state-of-the-art automation software to simplify the design, deployment, and management of your network. The infrastructure such as Ansible, Smart Fabric Services, and select third-party tools. We also help you reduce complexity and closely integrate the management of physical and virtual network infrastructures with Smart Fabric Services, again, VMware NSX, and OMNI software. And finally, we help you enable zero-touch deployment and centralized cloud-based management for edge locations with our SD-WAN and virtual as platform solutions. So in addition to the migration towards open networking solutions within the data center, customers are also looking to reduce operating expenses, good old OpEx reductions. At Dell Technologies, we have a history of building our products and offerings that help to simplify and automate operations. Excuse me. Our Fabric Design Center tool, great tool, is simple to use, cloud-based design wizard that will help you design a Fabric Center in just a few simple steps, and it's free. The thing I love about it is it also spits out that design to you. It gives you wiring diagrams for every single switch. It gives you a BOM list of the components that you would need based on the design that you created, and then gives you installation instructions. So a great tool. Also within our Smart Fabric OS software, there's a feature called Smart Fabric Services that helps to greatly simplify the deployment, expansion, and lifecycle management of key Dell technologies for converged and hyper-converged infrastructure solutions and the MX7000 chassis connectivity. So here's an example of how Smart Fabric Services offers helping in a world-class healthcare institution to leverage the power of this automation. They were looking to build out a virtual desktop infrastructure, but found that a competitor solution was just way too complex and would involve manually intensive effort to manage. Not uncommon. We proposed our solution that was comprised of our Dell EMC VX Rail VDI system that included our PowerSwitch switches, which were running our Smart Fabric OS 10 software with its built-in Smart Fabric Services feature. After installing our VX Rail solution, the customer was amazed how Smart Fabric Services helped to reduce the number of manually configurable steps by 99% when deploying and managing the network fabric. They also were able to manage the networking solution through their existing vSphere management tool being used to manage their servers. Afterwards, they contacted us and said they were very surprised when they were adding in a VLAN and found it only took a few clicks to roll it out network-wide. They also were very happy to find that when they added a few more nodes, some more additional racks, that these new additions were automatically identified and added to the network. So in summary, it's all about you and your business, honestly. We at Dell Technologies are constantly working to ensure we can offer you the best solutions at the best price and help to streamline complex offerings so that you can focus on your business, as well as provide world-class support and services so that in the event of any question, we are always available for assistance in any way necessary. Our Dell Technologies open networking solutions can help you power up your data center. Let us help you increase scalability with our proven cloud-based enterprise Sonic solution that leverages a network OS designed for cloud operators at hyperscale, scalability with automation, standards-based APIs, and a growing community of innovative contributors. Let us help you ensure agility by optimizing your choices with a broad offering of open source network platforms, network operating systems, and native network tools and applications at the core and edge of your network. And let us help you build in simplicity to help streamline the complex by simplifying the design and operations of your network infrastructure from edge to core to help reduce repetitive tasks, break down silos, and spend more time on innovation. Thank you for your time. We look forward to working with you to help with your transformation journey. Thank you.